I was born in Mutare, Zimbabwe. I moved to the United States after high school, and I'm currently based in Dallas, Texas. And I think I'm the biggest Chelsea fan in the world. Yeah, go Chelsea. Well, I've always been musically inclined, even from a young age. I used to sing in church. I went to Hartselle High School, and over there we used to sing a lot. That's where I learned how to play the guitar and piano, and I always had visions and dreams about being in front of people and singing and just spreading positivity all over the world. So it just started from a young age, really. I think the most memorable thing in my career was the release of Padam Sora. I was pretty much petrified the night before the release, and I didn't know how people were going to really gravitate towards it. But to my surprise, the next day and the week following, I mean, the song went viral and it pretty much launched my career. Yes, I do collaborate with other artists, and right now I'm finishing up my next album. I have some collaborations that are going to make people smile. I promise you, there's some crazy collaborations. I can't necessarily spill the beans right now, but trust me, this year you are going to see THULANI featuring some really, really prominent artists in the game. My favorite way to unwind after a hard day. It varies. Sometimes it's getting in my car and just driving around to go get my favorite food, or sometimes it's fixing a cocktail. Yeah, or just talking to my brothers or something like that. Yeah, or seeing my little niece or video chatting with her kind of thing. So it varies. Yes, I definitely think I can get better as a musician, and as a producer and as a songwriter. I think the more I just put in the hours, I will get better. Because, I mean, like, I compare my very first beat that I produced and I compare with what I'm doing now, it's miles apart, right? And that's definitely this whole notion of 10,000 hours, right? If you put in as many hours into any craft, you will get better at it. So I think I can still get better. There's so much room for improvement, and I'm sure people will notice it as I release more music. Well, my creative process ranges. Sometimes I can just get on the keyboard and then just start playing some chord progressions, or I might be waking up in the morning and I've got this, you know, tune in my head, and I'm just and I'm humming something, and um, I go to my studio and then I try to replicate that, right? Or sometimes I might be having a conversation with somebody and they might say something that just triggers a song, or me just starting to write on something. And so it really, really ranges. But I just allow the powers that be, it's God given, right? And I just allow whatever starting point to just progress into a song. Well, I try not to have any hidden agendas in my music. I try to be, as clear as possible so that people can quickly gravitate to the meaning of the song, right? But probably in the future I'll do that. I try by all means not to rate my music. Otherwise I'd go crazy. But obviously I've got my favorites and some not as favorite, but I love all my music, quite frankly, and I always think I try to be as honest and as creative as I can be. And so if I could, I could give all my music a 10 out of 10, but obviously people won't gravitate to all my music the way that I would want them to. And I can't compare this release to the previous one because they're two different genres. And, this one was really more of, Please Heal the World is more of a personal song, and me trying to spread positivity to the people that I love. Well, all the listeners can get a hold of me on most social media platforms. On YouTube, Tulani TV. On Instagram, I'm Peter Tulani. Same thing with Facebook, Peter Tulani. They can get a hold of me on all these social media platforms.